Hi, Gibaud, Gibaud.com, and today I'm going to try to answer a question many people ask me or give my opinion about something I read very often, is what second camera body to buy. I don't speak about the second you buy after you sell the first one, but you're going to have two camera bodies and how to pick the second one. Yeah, some people are a bit lost. I think sometimes they make some mistake, so if I can help, I will try to do it. So let's start. When you decide to buy a second camera, it's important to ask yourself the right question. There are two possibilities and then sub-possibilities, I would say. First is if you're looking for a backup camera, the one that you can use if the first one failed, or alternative to the first one depending on how you feel that day, okay? And the other option is an additional camera that you will use it as complementary camera to cover other things or different situations. First, we're going to speak about the backup camera. I think this is so important for people who cannot repeat their pictures. Wedding photographers, social photography, concert maybe, things like that. So if the camera fails, you do need to carry on photographing. So this is the first situation. You're a wedding photographer, your camera fails, or it falls on the floor, it's broken, you need to carry on. And I think many people make a big mistake here. They have a different camera. I'm going to tell you my experience. When your camera fails or breaks or falls on the floor, you are so nervous, you are so angry, you are so stressed that you cannot think. So you need to have a second camera that is exactly the same as the first one. The same setting, the same camera, the same buttons, the same everything. Otherwise, you will fail your pictures because you will, in the stress, you will press a button that's not the right one, or the setting is different, or you will fail. So it's so important you have the same cameras. I tell you, I used to have two Canon 5D Mark II, and one day I sold one of them. I bought a 5D Mark III, and doing weddings, I always use both cameras at the same time. Although they are really similar, still, sometimes I press the wrong button or things like this, and that was a problem. So in a stressed situation, it's so important to have exactly the same camera so you don't have to think, okay? Second, you need to deliver the same quality to your client or friend or whoever you're making pictures for, or for yourself. You cannot have off the wedding with an image quality of such whatever it is, and the second part with a different image quality. So I think it's so important. When I hear some people say, I've got a top of the range camera, but I could not afford to have a second one to be the same. It was too much money to buy two of the same. So they have a top of the range and then an entry level as a backup. That's no good because quality is different. A situation will be different. A situation will be the same, but maybe the second camera will not respond as well or deliver the same image quality. So it's better to have two mid-range camera that are exactly the same than a top level and an entry level. This is so important, okay? So my answer to these people who do pictures in a stress situation of exactly two of the same camera bodies, okay? Really important. Second option, you have it as a backup, but really you use either camera and you don't have this obligation to have exactly the same image quality. You don't have this obligation to fill the same buttons, all this, because whatever type of picture you make. In this case, you have other options. But don't forget that if it's for similar work, similar type of pictures, your needs are the same. So it's nonsense to say, I've got that camera that covers from with the lenses I have from 24 to 500 millimeter, and my alternative covers only from 24 to 50 millimeter with the lens I have for it. Otherwise, the day one of the two fails, you cannot cover with the rest. So it's important. It means similar needs, similar features. That's important, okay? And there are a bit more about this that I will speak now when we don't speak about a backup camera, but about an additional camera for to complement what you have, okay? If you wanted to help me, I can help you too, because I've activated the member area of my YouTube channel. There I don't speak about gear, just about tuition, tips, photography, help to better your photography. Photography help to better photography. Yes, logical. Okay, there's a join button just below, so you can access exclusive video for members only. I'll also leave you affiliated links in the description. Please use them, that really helps me. And don't forget, if you buy Luminar Neo or Aperty by Skylum, you get a 10% discount extra with my code ERIC10. Extra, why? Because they very often have offers, special offers. You still place my code, it's even cheaper for you. So just use it. That helps me, that helps you. Thank you so much. Let's carry on. So in this situation, it's a bit different. Let's say you have your main camera, or one is not actually the main camera, they're just different cameras to do different things. They complete each other. For example, you must think about this. Will you use both cameras together or pick either one depending on what you're going to do? For example, you have maybe a camera for making pictures of your kid playing football with a 300 millimeter, fast autofocus, I don't know, person detection, whatever. And you don't want to carry that when you go on vacation with your family. You will not make picture of someone that is 200 meters away. So for you, it's more logical to have, a smaller camera, more pocketable camera, or maybe a bit larger than a pocket, but as you understand, you have different use, so different cameras, okay? But so it does make sense to have cameras that don't have to do anything with each other. But still, it's important to think about how you could still save some money if you have different kind of cameras. First, you could keep the same brand or not, and you could pick a model within the same brand or go for something completely different. So, first, the big advantage of picking the same brand, you will have some things in common. Maybe the lenses you have will fit on your second camera body. Not always. Maybe you have one is the reflex camera and the second one is a mirrorless camera, same brand, but you need an adapter. Or sometimes both are mirrorless or both are, you can use them, both are reflex cameras, but one has APS-C lenses and the other one would need full frame lenses. So in Canon reflex, for example, you cannot mount APS-C lens on a full frame body. You can mount it, but you have the risk to damage the camera, so I tell you not do that. In Nikon, you can, but it will be your APS-C lens will work as APS-C on a full frame sensor, so you have less resolution. So it's important to know about this, okay? But still, you can save some money staying in the same brand. Not just lenses. Many people just think about lenses, but there are more things. Flashes, flash triggers, for example. You have your flash, you want to use it on camera, TTL, high synchronization. If it's the same brand, they are compatible. If it's not the same brand, well, likely they will not work, just in manual mode. Same thing with triggers or batteries. For example, I've got my Fujifilm XS20 that uses the same battery as my GFX 100S2. So I can have many batteries and they will work on both. So there are a lot of advantage of staying within the same brand. But it's not compulsory. Some people do it, some people don't do it. But it's important to know that you may save some money staying in the same brand, okay? It can be any brand you want, okay? Second, if you buy a completely different camera, let's say my main camera is my Olympus OM system OM1 that covers from 12 millimeter to 150 millimeter macro four thirds, that is like 300 millimeter full frame, and I take as a second camera my Fujifilm X106. Okay, that's great. In one situation I use my OM system, other situation I use this one. Depending on what I'm going to do, I use either, depending on how I feel, what I want to carry, all this. But you must bear in mind that you go with no backup camera. It means if sometime I do need my Olympus or M system or M1 for a type of things I do, if it fails, if it breaks, if it falls on the floor, I can only replace it with this one if I need this focal length, okay? Or sometimes people take as a second camera a Ricoh GR3, for example, or you have I don't know, but what I speak about is when cameras are really different, okay? So it means this is not a backup of the other one, except when I use it on 35mm equivalent full frame, otherwise it's no backup, okay? And the other way around, if this one is my main camera and the other one I have is Canon R5 with only a lens that goes from 70 to 200mm because I use it just for one thing, then when this one fails, I cannot use the other one. So don't forget this. If you go this way, you will be without any backup on each of them, okay? That's important. And cost can be really high because you're likely to end up duplicating lenses, flashes, accessories. Why? Because maybe I've got this Olympus M1, I also have my Lumix, like I've got two here recording right now, and I say, okay, I've got my Lumix as a backup. And then I think, yeah, but if my OM system fails, do I have a lens that covers the same focal length? Just in case, I end up buying an extra lens. So I end up having two lenses in two different systems, so it's more expensive. So this is all the question you have to ask yourself before buying a second camera body or a second camera system, body plus lenses. And I see many people that don't ask themselves this. They buy a second camera and they end up still being in trouble because they pick the wrong cameras for what they do. I don't think they're wrong or good cameras. They're wrong or good cameras for what you do or what you type of picture you make. So it's so important. Ask yourself the right question. So I hope this video will help you decide on what you need as a second camera body or second camera body plus lenses and accessories, all this, depending on what you do. But ask yourself the right question, otherwise you may spend a lot of money for nothing and still be in trouble sometime, okay? So thank you so much for watching the video. I hope you liked it, and if you feel it may interest other people, please share it on social networks. If you have not done it yet, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, the small button on here and the small bell. If you click on the bell, you will get notified when I upload a new video. My website, Gibaud.com. If you have any question, can leave a comment below. I remind you, I've got affiliated links in the description. Please use them, that really helps me. And don't forget, if you buy Luminar Neo or Aperti by Skylum, get a 10% discount with my code ERIC10, extra discount. It means even if they have a special offer, they have very often special offers, you still place my code, it's even cheaper for you, and that also helps me. So great, thank you so much. Also leave you my PayPal account in case you wanted to make a donation. Thank you very much, please take care of yourself and see you soon. Bye.